This is the young Bruce Wayne Diaries, written by Carl L. Jones, based on characters created by artist Bob Kane and writer Bill Finger. Batman and all characters related to are owned by DC Comics. Character voices are performed by SBCHMAAI. The Young Bruce Wayne Diaries. Chapter 1.
Thomas Wayne chuckled, adjusting his coat collar against the bite of the Gotham night. Martha ruffled Bruce's hair as they passed beneath. The coming soon posters for The Silent Night, The Barren Earth, and Camelot 3000. Ahead, the newsstand's plastic sheeting flapped in the wind. Jack the vendor grinned as Thomas approached.
Evening, Mr. Wayne. Whole family with you tonight?
Hey, Jack. Yeah, we decided to take Bruce to see a movie on the big screen.
You know, Mr. Wayne, you're the only rich guy I know who still reads the papers.
Thomas flipped through the Gotham Gazette with practiced ease. Headline reads, Meteor Shower Hits Town of Smallville. Showing Martha a grainy photo of the wreckage. Bruce watched his mother's expression. The radio behind Jack's counter crackled with static before a reporter's voice cut through.
Breaking world news update. And the rebellion by rebel forces to take over the government of the small nation of Santa Prisca has failed. The president of the nation.
As they turned down Monroe Street toward the train station, Martha squeezed Thomas's arm.
We should have taken the car,
she murmured. Suddenly a figure peeled away from the shadows ahead, too fast, too purposeful as he pulls a gun. The first shot hit Thomas' center chest. Martha lets out a quick squeak just before the bullet tore through her throat. The gunman turned toward Bruce. For an eternity that lasted 3 seconds. The boy stared into his eyes blacker than Gotham Harbor. Then the man without speaking a word ran. His feet hitting the damp concrete as he vanished into the maze of shadows. The fallen man spoke to his son.
Don't be afraid.
Bruce didn't scream. Didn't move. His knees hit the pavement beside his father and mother's bodies. The first sound came from a woman in a fur coat exiting the theater. Her shrill,
"Oh my God,"
barely registered with Bruce. Footsteps hit the pavement. A woman in a nurse's uniform skidded beside Bruce, taking him in her arms.
Look at me, sweetheart,
she ordered. Soon the ambulance lights painted the alley in strobes. Leslie Tompkins sat there with her arms around Bruce's shuddering shoulders, letting his tears soak through her uniform. Bruce laid there helpless as he sobbed. Detective Gordon's flashlight beam cut through the alley like a knife. Kneeling beside the nurse. His badge glinted, Gordon, J.
What's your name, son?
Bruce.
The boy answers through tears. Gordon's radio crackled with dispatch codes.
Possible 10 to 54 at Monroe and 3rd, suspect fleeing eastbound.
The detective reached out, then hesitated, over Bruce's shoulder.
I'm going to find who did this, Bruce, no matter how long it takes.
Alfred arrived in a black town car that screeched to a halt halfway up the street. The door opened. He gathered himself. Straightened his coat. Then calmly walks up and took Bruce by the hand, leading him back to the car. A few days later at the funeral. Rain pounded against umbrellas held by people who kept glancing at Bruce. Mayor Hill gave a eulogy full of phrases like,
Pillars of society.
And
Tragic loss.
Leslie Tompkins stood right beside Bruce. Her nurse's cape sheltering them both. When it was over, she pressed a leather-bound journal into his hands. She told him to put his thoughts in it. She then makes him a promise.
Bruce, I'm going to be here. As long as you need me to.
Bruce is reading a newspaper clipping a few days later. About the board's emergency vote. Fox named interim CEO amidst tragedy.
Fox? The man who laughed at Dad's terrible jokes.
The board voted 7-5. After a 14-hour session.
Time goes by. And Bruce grows up. 7 years later. Wayne Manor's gates opened and Bruce and Harvey ran in. Alfred was already holding the front door open. The grand hall smelled of something baking.
The kitchen. I'd know that scent anywhere.
The marble floor clacking to the boys' running feet.
Hands off my lemon bars. Bruce.
Miss Chilton screamed.
What brings you to town?
Do I need a reason to come and see my favorite great-nephew? Besides, it's only an hour's drive. Besides, I won't be staying. Just stopped by to say congrats on a straight A report card.
A car door closed outside. Alfred exhaled. Then smoothed down his waistcoat before turning toward the mansion's grand entrance. Standing in the heavy oak doorway, it revealing Bruce's broad frame silhouetted against the afternoon sun. Harvey Dent lurked behind him like a shadow with two faces. One side catching the light, the other swallowed by darkness.
Master Bruce, Mr. Dent. So, I'm almost done packing for our trip.
Trip? What do you mean, trip? Where are we going?
Well, get your stuff, both of you. We're leaving within the hour.
The butler allowed himself a small smile as he hefted the last reinforced duffel into the SUV's trunk. The vehicle's suspension groaned slightly under the weight. Harvey stepped forward.
See. You're both going moody. So we are going on a road trip to get you out of this old house. Before you are more than I can stand.
That's enough luggage for a lifetime.
Dent leaned against the fridge, arms crossed.
Road trips require destinations, and you haven't mentioned one.
Just then Leslie Tompkins stepped inside. Her arms straining under two overstuffed grocery bags. The plastic handles dug into her fingers, leaving angry red marks.
Hey guys. I was thinking I'd make you my famous spaghetti tonight. What do you think?
A single onion rolled out of one bag and bounced across the counter. Bruce's voice was calm.
Leslie is going with us too, isn't she?
Going? Going where?
She said, as she set the bags down.
Where are we going?
As she stood in the kitchen with a blank stare on her face. The next day. The diner's fluorescent lights buzzed overhead.
This place smells like old fries.
Bruce didn't look up from his burger.
Yeah, but it's better than Alfred's cooking.
Harvey opened his mouth. When a kid, maybe their age, maybe younger, slid inside. He glanced at their booth, flashed a grin and sat down.
You guys must be lost. Course this town's Deadwood.
The boy, his name Jimmy, said he knew some places they might like. He led them into streets. He talked fast. Hands sketching shapes in the air. There's a rusted water tower you could climb. If you didn't mind risking tetanus. Or a fishing hole. If you weren't looking to catch anything. Bruce and Harvey matched his stride. Laughing at the right moments. They turned down an unlit service road. Gravel and broken glass crunching underfoot. That's when the smell hit, copper and stale beer. A man leaned against a dented pickup. His silhouette made monstrous by the hulking figure beside him. Jimmy froze.
Hey Jimmy. Son. Where's my money, kid?
I'll have it for you tomorrow.
The man shook his head.
See kid. I think you're a bad liar.
The huge bodyguard stepped forward. First punch landed with a meaty thud to Jimmy's head. He folded to the ground. Harvey lunged forward. But was stopped by Bruce's hand.
Call 911.
Sirens soon wailed in the distance. The man spat. Then jerked his head at the bodyguard.
We are done here.
Tires screeched. Red and blue lights flashed. Paramedics swarmed Jimmy.
Hey kid. Wiggle your fingers.
Soon an older but well-built man showed up.
Rough night, who? Who did this?
We don't know. We are new to town. But the one was a big guy.
and the other wore a long red coat.
Harvey shrugged.
Yeah, that's right. You know them?
Yeah, I know them. Couple of loan sharks. Wait until someone's in a jam, then jumps in with their money, then bleeds them dry with weekly payments that last nearly forever. People end up in worse than they started, or the ones who can't pay end up like Jimmy. I'm Ted. I run the local gym around here. Jimmy's one of my boys. Mostly train, mostly kids. If you're going to stick around, drop by the gym tomorrow. Early.
Well, I guess in the meantime, we're staying.
We are. I want to stick around to see how Jimmy is.
3 days. Not a minute more.
The next day at the gym.
Kid, you've got a good stance. But you're holding back.
Alfred says I've got decent form.
Alfred's a butler, not a brawler. No offense. So let's see what you're working with. All right. Show me how Alfred taught you to throw a jab.
Bruce shifted his weight. Bruce exhaled, planted his feet, and swung. His arm pistoned out, just like Alfred had drilled into him. But Ted caught his wrist mid-motion.
Close. But you're punching like you're scared of breaking something.
Tapping Bruce's elbow.
This stays tight. And use your shoulders. You're stiff. Relax.
I am relaxed.
Uh-huh. Look, kid, boxing's not about being perfect. It's about being alive in there. You gotta move like you mean it. Now try again. And this time, pretend you actually want to hit me.
Bruce adjusted his stance, rolling his shoulders the way Ted had, and threw another punch.
Better. Now let's see if you can keep up.
Bruce was wiping sweat from his forehead when the telephone rang.
Jimmy's gone. Never woke up. Those two.
Ted hung the phone up. Ted grabbed at his car keys.
What are you gonna do?
I'm gonna have a talk with him.
Bruce jogged to catch up.
Ted, come on. Think about this.
I've been thinking. All night I'm done thinking.
The car door slammed.
Then we're going with you.
Soon Bruce and Harvey looked as the bar's door swung open, spilling laughter and the tinny sound of a jukebox onto the sidewalk. 2 figures stepped out, their silhouettes sharp against the yellow light. The taller one adjusted his collar, glancing up and down the street before muttering something to his companion. They moved briskly toward the rear parking lot. Ted stood across the street.
Hey!
Both men froze. The one in the long coat tilted his head.
Well, if it isn't our old friend, Mr. Grant.
I'm not your friend. And I'm here to tell you for the last time. Stay away from my students.
The coat-wrapped man chuckled.
Or what, Teddy? You gonna lecture us to death?
His companion snickered.
You don't want to find out.
Always the hard way with you. But I don't know what you're talking about. We have been nowhere near any of the youth you instruct. And we have witnesses that have already given their statement to the police. That we were here at this bar when that young man was beaten.
Listen, you may be able to get away with this as far as the police is concerned. But I know you were responsible. So I'm telling you too for the last time. Stay away. or you two will be dealing with me.
Now, Mr. Grant. That sounds like a threat to me. And my friend here. See, he doesn't like threats. Go ahead. Show Mr. Grant what you think about his threats.
Stand back, boys. Don't be afraid. I'll handle this.
The big man lumbered forward, swinging wild. A punch meant to cave Ted's skull in. But Ted slipped left, letting the punch whistle past his ear. Then his own fist snapped out. The boys could hear cracking ribs. The big man grunted, staggered. Another blow. Another. Ted moved like a crouching tiger. Steps in a dance. Each strike precise and brutal. When the big man finally went down, the sidewalk shuddered under his weight. The smaller one froze mid-step. His eyes darted between Ted and his unconscious friend. Then he ran.
And stay away, or there's more of that for you.
How did you do that? I mean, he was so much bigger than you. And stronger too.
People like him. No talent. No skill. Just noise. And they don't even need to be good at it. Fear does the work for him. Makes him feel big.
Then, what's the point?
They're after the one thing you can't let him have.
Which is?
Hope, kid. That's the only thing they're scared of. You take that away, and people start believing they deserve the boot they put on their neck. But give them even a little hope. Then they've got a problem they can't beat down.
Bruce's notebook was still open. He scribbled out what he had wrote before and started fresh. He writes about Ted Grant and keeping hope alive.
You have been listening to The Young Bruce Wayne Diaries, written by Carl L. Jones, based on characters created by artist Bob Kane and writer Bill Finger. Batman and all characters related to are owned by DC Comics. Character voices are performed by SBCHMAAI. The Young Bruce Wayne Diaries. Chapter 1.